As a big fan of RPG and JRPG, I'm always ready to dive into a new adventure and explore a strange world. But this time, I tried something different. A detective game, not your typical noir mystery. Though this one warped in a fantasy setting soaked in rain and secret. Sound fun, right? Well, it's more depressing than I expected. Or maybe not that bad. Hey everyone, it's me, Panagon Valimar, your favorite dragon cyborg. And today we're diving into Raincode, a game I finished recently that really surprised me. Honestly, if I didn't hear from a friend, I would probably know about that game. Though it wasn't a game that normally appealed me, I was really curious about it. Now you probably wonder, but what is this game really? Well, let's start the video and let me tell you all about Raincode.
Heed my call! Valimar, the Ashen Knight!
Raincode was developed by 2Q Game and Spike Chunsoft. If you played Danganronpa, this would feel familiar, cause some of the same developer working on it. Originally released on the Nintendo Switch in June 2023, the version I played was Raincode Plus, the enhanced release on PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC, with all the DLC included. The game is a mix of visual novel, mystery adventure, puzzle solving, and dark fantasy. You play as Yuma Kokoed, a trainee detective who investigates strange crime with the help of a dead god named Shinigami. Together they explore both the real world and the mystery labyrinth, a bizarre dungeon where the truth is unraveled. So yeah, that's mostly it about what the game is. Now let's talk about the story and character in more detail. The game takes place in Kanai Ward, a gloomy rain-soaked city cut off from the outside world, controlled by the mysterious Amaterasu Corporation and their militarized enforcer, the Peacekeeper. Led by the twisted Yomiel Smile, who a detective, him and his group bring tension and fear. The company also hid a dark secret tied to the great global mystery. That's where the World Detective Organization, WDO, step in, sending detective into the city to uncover the truth. But why sending detective in such dangerous place? Why not use the one from the city? Truth is, there is no detective in Kanai Ward, or they all dead. Sending detective not an easy task either, as they never return. Yuma, the protagonist, has no memory of his past, thanks to his deal with Shinigami. So as he investigates, you learn about him at the same pace he learns about himself. An idea, I really like it. Speaking about characters, I really like the second name. They look cool and always fit well with their personalities. Most characters in this game had their charm, and there wasn't any character that I hated. I became attached by them, like group of detectives on the train in the prologue. Just I started to like them though, the game killed them all off. Seriously, why? Especially Pucci. She was such a kind girl. What a brutal tutorial. Thankfully, you let her join a new team of 4 detectives. Tetsuhiko Thunderbolt, a flirty goofball, Battle Nightmare, stoic, skills, and serious. Fubuki Clockboard, a lovable airhead, and Vivia Twilight, my favorites. He's lazy, brooding, weirdly hilarious, and iconic for his line, "I wanna die someday." Each detective has a unique ability called a forte. For example, one can rewind time briefly. During the story, one of them joins us in the investigation each chapter, and with their power, help us solve the crime. As for Yuma, he doesn't have a forte since he's still a trainee, but having Shinigami make up for it. The chemistry worked well, especially Yuma and Shinigami as a duo. Honestly, Yuma alone might be too bland without her energy. Overall, most characters are great, especially these two that I didn't name it, like Chief Yaku and a certain masked boy. The writing is also solid, the intrigue built steadily, each case slowly peeled back layers of corruption and mystery. The murder setup are clever, often making you guess the wrong culprit until the last moment. While the story starts off a bit slow, it ramps up into something compelling. Even side characters like Masked Boy and villain like Yumiel's Smile are handled well. Some characters don't get as much backstory, but the personality shine through. And yes, despite the dark tone, there are some hilarious moments. Shinigami and Vivia steal a lot of these scenes. This isn't a combat AV game. You're not fighting enemies in the traditional sense. Instead, each chapter you investigate crime scene, gather solution key, clues, and then enter the mystery labyrinth to solve the case. Inside the labyrinth, you face puzzle and fandom battle manifestation of suspect and villain you encounter during your investigation into the real world. You must use logic and use solution key to refute their lie in real time. It's fast-paced and sometimes a struggle. Yes, trial and error happen. Probably skill issue. But yeah, that's what fights are in the game. Makes sense in a detective game, of course. To be honest, that's not my favorite part of the labyrinth. Like the idea of Phantom though, I prefer so much more the other puzzle or question, I should say. The real fun for me was the puzzle. Some ask you questions based on your investigation. Other are time word game. Mess up too many times and you lose stamina, which can cause a restart for the whole section. I played on normal mode, so the game wasn't too punishing, but I still failed a lot. Fortunately, you have some abilities and skill you can unlock to help, and can switch that anytime if you're struggling in the labyrinth. In the real world, you gain skill points by exploring or doing side quests. These range from simple tasks to multi-part story. Some were underdeveloped though, but overall, they added flavor to the world. The soundtrack of the game fit the atmosphere well, though only a few tracks really stood out to me, especially the opening theme and the final battle music. Voice acting is strong across the board. Yumiel's Smile, Makoto, Vivia, and of course Shinigami all add standout performance. She's annoying, but in the best way. Visually, the game is fantastic. I love it, the art style, character design, and the city dystopian aesthetic. The towering Amaterasu HQ, and the view from the city tower. Absolutely gorgeous. The whole game looked unique and stylish. Nothing else to say about that, really. Let's start with the pro. The story was engaging, mysterious. That get better the deeper you go. Characters were all well written, especially Vivia, Mask Boy, the Chief, and Shinigami. The visual and the style of the game was beautiful. The voice acting was solid. The murder case were really creative, and the puzzle of the labyrinth were satisfying. The music wasn't that bad, but fitted pretty well with the dark fantasy world we were in. It was a unique blend of genre with fantasy flair. Now the con. The game felt a bit too short in my opinion. I wanted more investigation in Mystery Labyrinth. Too much stuff and more crime could have happened in Kanai Ward. Some side quests felt underdeveloped and unfinished. The Amaterasu Peacekeeper needed more character development. They were all interesting, but the only thing they really do is paint some fandom in the labyrinth. Yumi is the exception. Then I think the culprit in some cases was too obvious, and puzzles were a bit too easy on normal mode. For someone who usually stick to RPG, Raincode was a really refreshing change of pace. I didn't expect to love it as much as I did, but I did. If you're even remotely curious about mystery detective game, give it a shot. Worst case, it's not for you. Best case, it's become a favorite like it did to me. I highly recommend Raincode. It's a must-play for fans of mystery, puzzle, or visual novel. My final rating, 9 out of 10. So that's all for my Raincode review. For those who have played, what did you think of the game? Who was your favorite character or case? Let me know in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more deep dive review, lore breakdown, tier list, and game content. I stream most night at 7 PM EST on YouTube and Twitch. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Bad Dragons offline.